Vikings Nation, brace yourselves, because what unfolded this week has the entire fanbase buzzing and questioning how much more this team can take. A controversial moment on the field set off a wave of anger, confusion, and disbelief, and the fallout has only intensified the pressure on a season already hanging by a thread. But the real shock came after the game, when frustration boiled over in a way that spoke louder than any press conference ever could. This is the kind of moment that defines a locker room and tests the heart of every player wearing purple. Don't miss a second of this breakdown. Smash that like button and subscribe right now so you stay on top of every twist. Justin Jefferson is the name every Vikings fan keeps repeating this week, and rightfully so, because when a superstar like him gets body slammed on national television and the league shrugs its shoulders like nothing happened, you better believe I have something to say. I'm watching that play against the Seahawks, seeing Nick Emanwari whip Jefferson into the turf. The flag comes out, emotions flare, and I'm thinking, finally, accountability. But then the NFL turns around days later and says no fine is necessary, and I'm left wondering what universe we're living in where that kind of hit just slides by unnoticed. And let me be honest with you. If Justin Jefferson can't get that kind of respect from the league in the middle of a season already spiraling into frustration, then what exactly are we doing here? Because Jefferson didn't just get up from that hit. He got up angry, staring down Emanwari, demanding in that moment the respect his play commands. Yet here we are, watching the league treat the situation like it's just another line item on a Saturday memo, while Vikings fans everywhere are trying to make sense of how the fines go out to 29 players, but not the one who body slammed the face of this franchise. But the NFL's decision is only one layer of this whole mess, because Jefferson's frustration goes far beyond that single moment in Week 13. You lose 26-0 in a game where your undrafted rookie quarterback, Max Brosmer, throws 4 interceptions in his first professional start, and even the most patient superstar in the league would be at the brink. Jefferson walked out of that post-game locker room without speaking to the media, and honestly, I can't blame him. What more could he possibly say after weeks of repeating the same things? Execute better, focus more, fix the offense. And when he finally did speak on Friday, what came out wasn't anger for the sake of anger. It was exhaustion, the kind of exhaustion that tells you a player has reached his emotional limit. He said it himself. It's the same conversation every week. The offense needs to improve. The quarterbacks need to settle in. The team needs to stop digging holes they can't climb out of. And you know what? He's right. Because whether it's J.J. McCarthy, Max Brosmer, or Carson Wentz under center, nothing has looked steady, and that constant instability wears on a receiver who knows he's capable of rewriting record books. Still, and this is what makes Jefferson unique, he didn't stop at frustration. He managed to insert hope into the same breath he used to describe disappointment. He said better times are coming. He said one day people are gonna turn on their TVs and talk about the Vikings, not as a cautionary tale, but as a bandwagon worth jumping on. That's not empty optimism. That's belief from a leader who understands his influence, someone who refuses to let the present dictate the future. When Jefferson speaks like that, fans should listen because it means he hasn't checked out, not even close. But hope alone won't fix the quarterback situation, and that's where reality kicks in. There is nothing from the 7 combined starts of McCarthy and Brosmer that tells us the Vikings are on the verge of a breakthrough under center. Both young quarterbacks deserve time, yes, but development doesn't win games in December. Consistency does, execution does, confidence does. And that's why you can bet everything you have that Minnesota is bringing in at least one established veteran next spring. Not as a backup, not as a camp arm, as legitimate competition for QB1, because Jefferson's prime cannot be wasted on experiments. So now I have to ask you, Vikings fans, how do you feel about the league letting Emanwari walk without a fine, and how patient are you willing to be with this quarterback carousel holding Jefferson's production hostage? If you're fired up, you should be. If you're hopeful, you've got good reason. And if you want more conversations like this, raw, real, and unapologetically honest, make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and join the community, because Vikings Nation deserves a voice that matches its passion.